Good evening. Oh, yes, y'all. Hey, how you doing, Miguel, dear? Yes, coming in with a little new, fresh opening for this channel. Doggone it. Good evening, my friends. Doggone it. I guess you're saying, what the hell's going on with him tonight? Well, it's early in the morning, folks. I'm getting ready to get up here and give my shot, my opinion on things. To say hello to everybody. Yes, what a night, what a night. That's all I'm going to say. What a night, what a day. It's been crazy around here. Good evening once again. Again, I say you're the only one up here. Maybe somebody will jump up, but even to ruin my own talk thing tonight, I'll let people know that probably everybody's over there right now at Pizarro's. I've been listening, and let me tell you, it's been out of sight. It's crazy. The women are up there, and of course, Lemon jumped up there too. So I don't blame you guys if you want to leave and go over there and find out, like I say, the chicanery and all this stuff going on. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't feel like going in the back and forth. I say hi to people and let them know that I'm here and I love them. And I also want to give a big shout out today to all the teams that I don't know if you're listening, Uncle Claude, you might be over there, to the teams that Uncle Claude picked and won. And I also want to give a shout out to Uncle Claude for all the teams that he picked and lost. So, and you had a tie tonight, Uncle Claude. I couldn't believe it either. The Packers and the Cowboys tying up tonight. I couldn't believe that. Doggone it. But your Steelers won, my Bears won, and so did Kansas City, them Chiefs, as your peppermint patty, you call them. Also, a big shout out this morning, a double shout out to Barry Carey. I want to say I thank you very, Carrie, for uh, dropping the link for Miss Lovely Love. And I went over there and seen her video. And I want to say, God bless you, Lovely Love. Prayers out to you. And I'm glad you're doing well. And also to my sweetheart, LaGail, I know where your progress is, baby. And I know God is making a way for you to be up and about again. And you're up and about, like I said. Uh, let's face it, people. Some things happen to people that sometimes they're not able to communicate. And I'm thankful to God that she is still able to communicate and she's here when she can be here. You know, it's tiring. You know, when you had a stroke and things are not working like they're supposed to. It's a long and drawn out process. Uh, Also, your pleasure 721. Thank you for the well wishes and the things that you put up on the board. You know how you do people with your sayings and stuff. Uh, like I said, what a day, what a night. Where would I start at? How would I start without being too controversial? I want to say that I don't know if it's all for kicks or views or everything else, but the hatred, it seems to be getting so, I don't know. I don't want to say it's diabolical, but it is diabolical because I think of the world when people say the world belongs to the devil. And you know what? I believe that we're all part of that atmosphere to where when things are put out there, we either let it stick on us or we let it go away from us. I'm trying to let things go away from me a lot, a whole lot, because at my age, and let me tell you, young people, something right now, I'm hoping and praying that the way YouTube has got you out there acting and the things that you're doing and saying to each other on this apparatus that you do live to be real old so you can go back and tell stories of how you apologized and you know you were wrong for the things that you said, especially the young men up here that are doing things with women and saying things to women and you women too also. You know, apologies don't hurt anybody, you know, but you have to mean them. To be in love with a person one day and the next day you hate their guts. I'm sometimes wondering, are we doing that for the money or the likes and all that, the fame and fortune? There's no fame and fortune in hating people. I've learned that. I've learned that throughout the years. There's no fame or fortune in hating people because there's always something that's going to come back and bite you in the behind and make you feel, you know, like everybody's against you once you do that kind of stuff. Talking about the children on here, it's despicable. Talking about people that have certain diseases or certain mental instabilities, that's wrong, you know. But like I said, it's just the devil's world. So we have to sit back in our own little corner at night and say our prayers real hard because things will happen to you that will make you want to say, we don't need to do this anymore, or I'm not going to do this anymore. Uh, do I feel that it's necessary to once in a while come up here and act a fool and curse somebody out on YouTube? No. Well, yes. I'm not going to say no. Well, yes, because some people deserve it. Some people are so hateful and hatred. They have that hate in their heart. They wake up bitter in the morning. They don't know how to speak to people. They don't even know how to, they don't even say good. I'll put it this way. If you're in a household with people and you guys wake up in the morning and you can't even say good morning to one another, what the hell do I expect you to say good morning to me out there in the streets when I see you? You know, people, they'll walk past and see a person needing help and they won't help, but yet they're always asking for help. I listened to James the other day, and James Caldwell, Mr. True Treasure Lane, and you were talking about the thing of begging on YouTube. I kind of get where you're coming from because it is a big turnoff. begging to me is a big turnoff. Now, I have sent people cash apps and I have done things just because I wanted to do it. Their content was great, their content was good, and that's why I sent it. I didn't send it because you cursed somebody out real good or you talked about somebody so bad until you got paid for it. Another thing that we're doing to one another that I see it's going to be a trend on here is buying a person down off of a platform when they come up to speak. Uh, that's to me, you're falling into the hands of this political government that we got right now, trying to silence people with their words and the things that they say over media. Now, it's not. I'm not saying it's right to get on here and do the diabolical things that they have been doing, but what I'm saying is losing your freedom of speech because you can't say this, you can't say that. Uh, I noticed tonight earlier the F bomb was dropped, and that is very offensive. But more offensive is us sitting up here on the chat night after night, day after day, week after week, month after month, and during the year and calling each other the N word. Let's face it. How many people, TC, thank you, darling, thank you. How many people actually would be bold enough or brave enough to take their content creators' content out there in the, you don't even have to be, you can be in the store, out there in the park, turn your volume up, get them earbuds out your ears, and let people hear us, how we sound to one another, what we say to one another, what we do to one another on here. It seems like that it's all for the show and the love of money, which that man over there is paying us for. Now, I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna monetize my programs or none of the stuff that I do on YouTube because they have a sense of controlling of what you say and do, but yet they send you a check every month. And for what? For you to get up here and women to call each other the B word, for guys to get up here and call each other yaggots and all that kind of stuff, and to insult women, which is the most degradable things on here. You think that people don't listen to what's being said in the background or what they do in the background. There are laws that are going to be on the book, and trust me, yeah, yeah, I'm letting them have their conversation. She misses us too. There's laws on the book that are going on the book right now. I've been checking into it because I want to. I have a certain case that I'm working on, and I can't talk about what it is, but I can tell you that there is going to be a lot of changes made when it comes to this apparatus here. It's called YouTube. There's going to be a lot of things that are changed when it comes to the news. If you look at the news now, the news is even changing. They're afraid to say certain things and do certain things. You know, I watch certain areas around the world. I even get the news from over there in Hawaii. I get news from Japan and all that. And this country is politically trying to get like those countries that will censor you in saying things and doing things. Pretty soon, the YouTube checks are going to be cut now too. Believe it or not, maybe that's why so many people are acting the way they're doing and talking the way they're doing because YouTube is going to be called in and asked why are they paying people to uh, allow people to do terroristic threats on their platform. Believe it or not, when you say that you're going to do something to somebody or go somewhere and come in, uh, yeah, she's resting. She's listening and resting, baby. Uh, when they come in and you're threatening somebody, pretty soon they're going to say that, hey, you can't get paid because you're using terroristic threats. You're especially when it comes to different races of people. Now, when it comes to us as a race of people, they're going to let us continue acting a fool, but there's going to be certain things that you will not be allowed to say to another person. You won't be able to talk about the things that even the government has put out there. I remember when they were doing conspiracy theories on here on YouTube and everywhere else. You see what happened to the conspiracy theory stuff. You know, people were thrown in jail. Some people were fined. Then they took off programs, and they, people were doing crazy stuff to one another. I just want to say that I'm going to try to get up here, and we're going to talk about not the person per se, but the things that happened to them, like with Lovely and her double mastectomy that she had with her breast cancer. She's been brave. She's a brave woman. Ligale will probably be up soon when she's able to really talk and comprehend you guys without being. And that's another reason why she's probably not wanting to come up. She doesn't want to be made fun of because she'll sit back and listen to other people make fun of people that are even sicker than her. So, like I said, is it for the money, or is it that we just hate one another so much that we've been taught by that man how not to get along instead of getting along as a society, as a group of black men and women, and even the gay men and women on here, and the lesbian women, black people. We're supposed to be as one. We're not supposed to be disrespecting one another. Be Miss O, honey, I don't care how dark you are, I love you. Okay. To BB, just Krista, I don't care how light skinned you are, I love you because you're women. You are women. You are the salt of the earth, and women should realize that. Uh, a lot of us forget that we were born of a woman, and I don't know what's happened. I used to be bitter. I used to really be bitter, but then when I thought about it, I just said, God, just give me the strength to stop this. And I'm trying to stop it so very much because we know when you come at a person, their family, or the person that they love, they're going to lash back out at them. But it doesn't take all the vile venom and hatred that we've got going on in the world. Uh, we talk about people taking another person's life. Even right here on YouTube, it's been showed. What has it accomplished? What does it mean? Where are we going as a society? And when I don't just mean society of people, I mean as a world of society. Where are we going to? What are we doing? Um, like I said, God made us in his image. So if you're a woman, then God's a woman. If you're a man, God's a man. If you're a lesbian, God's a lesbian. If you're a transsexual, transvestite, God is that. We're all part of his creation. And the only mistake that I ever seen God made was that he allowed the devil to reign upon the earth. Because if you know your Bible, they say that he cast Satan out of heaven down onto the earth. So I would think that he's down here creating the havoc, most of the havoc. People are weak, and it's for the love of money. The love of money is the root of all evil. Um, it makes people change. You know, you can win $100 million, and all of a sudden you've gotten a lot of people that come in, and they all of a sudden they're your long lost friend, as they say. But I don't know. I'm just trying to wonder. I wondered about that. What would I do if I had $100 million? Where would I go? Who would benefit from it? Uh, it'd be my luck, honestly, to tell you the truth, at my age, because you guys know that I'm an older gentleman at 75. It'd be at my age, my blood pressure would go up from having excuse me for saying this, Ligeo, having a heart attack after winning all this money, and I wouldn't be able to spend it. But then again, too, I look at it as, well, it's part of God giving me, being able to bless those that haven't been blessed, and that's probably what I would do with it. What I would give it away. I would definitely give it away, because there's no way in the heck I could spend $100 million. So, I can do that. But I say all this to say that I listen to my YouTube friends. I listen to the people on here, and sometimes I want to drop down in the chat and say hello. And then other times I just say, you know what? It's best for me to stay out of it, because even just letting other people know that you're listening to people that they don't like, they have a tendency to hate you or disrespect you for no reason at all. You know, I'm at the point in life now to where it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me if I like somebody that somebody hates. It doesn't matter if I hate somebody that doesn't like me. It doesn't matter. What matter is my happiness, and I'm going to be happy and content. Nobody can tell me where to go on the YouTube platform. Nobody's going to tell me who to say hello to, who to give praises to when I think they deserve them, or just let them know, hey, look, I don't like that. And I'll probably get in trouble for saying this, but Lemon, I don't like it. Young man, I don't like it. I gave you praises at the beginning, and I'm hoping that you will be able to change your mind. I see the direction that your platform went in. I thought it was going to be different, and I thought it was going to be wholesome. When you see a young person out there acting a buck fool, and especially against the women, they lose all my respect. And Lemon, I hate to say this, and you can cuss me out or say what you want to say about this old man, but you're going through the wrong way of life and doing things on here on YouTube. Maybe the money's good, maybe you got the money, maybe they pay you all that money, but you're also working for that white man who's sticking commercials into your stuff. Uh, I don't know about your drinking. I don't know if it's an act. A lot of people say it's an act. A lot of people say you're drunk. I don't know. But if you are drinking, I hope you would slow down, because it's not going to do you any good in the long run. When you hit, even in your 40s, you're a young 30. When you hit up into your 40s, that alcohol is going to take a toll on you. I had an older brother to die from alcoholism, alcohol poisoning, really. And it's not cool. It's not cool at all watching somebody suffer like that. Now, I I just want to say that to all the content creators out there that I listen to, I there are days, like I said, when I listen to you guys, and days that I don't, and it depends on the panel and stuff. And I want you guys to go over there and listen to Pizarro and listen to the ladies up on the platform, and especially you men. And if your girlfriend or significant others with you, have them listen to them. Have them listen to one another. Let's all listen to one another. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and then don't be afraid to say, hey, it's not right to do this. It's not right to do that. Because sooner or later, when the government tells you it's not right for you to do it, you're going to have to stop it anyway. Why not put a little brakes on the things? Let's back up and be for real with one another. If I don't like you, I don't like you. But I'm not going to get out here and try to dox you. I'm not going to get out here and try to find out where you work at. That's another thing that people think it's fun to do. It's no fun, people, because doxing is on the books and it goes from state to state. And pretty soon it's federal. It's going to be really federal. Uh, I listen to people like Miss Olivia. I like her stance on certain things when it comes to black folks and the slavery issue and the things that we're supposed to be getting as black people and we don't get. But I also don't like the way that she tears down. We tear down one another. Put it that way. I'm tired of tearing down people. I want to lift up people. I want people to have joy. I want people to be able to get on here and talk about little things. Have your contest and really feel good when a person wins, when you know that they have done the right thing. They're cooking. Uh, just enjoy life, people, because life is so short. No, it's not any fun messing with folks' livelihood at all, at all. You know, and there are things that we could do as people and as black folks. I'm not saying all black folks are going to be cognizant of what I say or what I do or want to do or wish that we could do. But on a YouTube, far as this apparatus is concerned, being able to get out and speak to one another and say hello and wishing those that don't have it well enough to don't cheer about it, to try to get them the information to organizations to help people that are poor out there that need the money, to help people to pay their bills without us getting on here and then we're begging, as they say, for the cash apps and all this stuff. And then we're going to turn around and talk about them. You know, uh, there's nothing wrong with showing a person that you appreciate the things that they do out there. There's nothing wrong with it, but let's not just because when you do something for somebody, like Lady Nika was saying, when you do something for someone, you don't go back and you try to tear that person down because you did it for them. I could have said a lot of things about stuff that I've done on here, and people have said that, but it's not worth it, people. It's not worth it. If you want to help one another, you help one another. You don't brag about it. You don't make a person feel low because they don't have the finer things in life that you have. I don't have a lot of finer things in life that other people have. And I'm not jealous. And I'm not going to get up here and say, I wish I had this car or I wish I had this house. I'm happy and contented where I'm at, believe it or not. At a point of my life, I'm happy and contented. Would I like a little more? Yes, a little more peace. Being able to go out and walk around without fear of being accosted or robbed or anything. To be able to get on YouTube and talk about the things that I love to do without being able to say that, hey, oh man, you need to be in the house or you you're too old to do this and do that. Believe it or not, at my age, I'm getting ready to go back to the gym. I'm getting ready to go to the gym, and I hope that it works out for me because I haven't been in about a year and a half now. I was going, and then when I had that blood clot, I stopped going. But I'm gonna start doing the things that make me feel good. Get out and walk. Get out and show people life. You know, uh, I call her my daughter, Miss Mixology 99. She was at a car show the other day. She couldn't stay for the car show, but she did post it up where she, was walking by it. I would love to see people out there doing that instead of sitting on here getting mad with one another because they think that their YouTube check is bigger than the next person's, or, you know, they're talking about each other in a way because we're different from one another. I'm not going to say that I love everybody, but I'm not going to say that I hate everybody. But some of the stuff on here on YouTube is hate. It's so hateful until, to be honest with you guys, I do turn it off at times. I do. I have to turn it off. But I'm going to start listening more to the real ones that have something real to say. I'm going to start listening to the ones that know how to get out and help people. I've been noticing uh, Room Shaker. She's been out there in Chicago with the protesters. She's been sitting in her car. She lets us see this. Room Shaker, I applaud you for that, dear. And I'm hoping God will keep you safe and look out for you, because that is some dangerous stuff. That is some dangerous stuff. People don't realize that when we show stuff like that on YouTube and people might recognize you, or and then they want to make a name for themselves and stuff like that. That's another thing. Don't tell me you're coming to my house to do something to me, because I will definitely be on the horn. You can call me a snitch or whatever you want to call me, and I will have the authorities waiting for you when you get here. So that's another thing. We're threatening to do bodily harm to one another and all this kind of crazy stuff. I don't know. It's a lot of it's not entertainment. So I'm gonna try to find the good entertainment. Just Krista, you're another lady. Like I said, you're a woman. Women do things that men will never understand. And I'm gonna say that because I know. Uh, I've been around for 70, 75 years. I've had my share of women. I've had good women. I had bad women. But I also realized that some of them were mothers, some of them were single women. But I also realized that women are built way differently from men. Their thought processes are different from men's. They could say the most despicable things to a man about a man, but yet at the same tone, they could still love that man. We have to be tolerant of one another. We're different sexes. We're not built the same. I know I can't go out and have any children. And women do suffer through that. There are some women that don't have kids and they wish they could have kids. There are some men out there that can't even have children and wish they could have children. It goes both ways, really. You know, we've lost a lot of people here on YouTube since I've been on here too. I've noticed that we lost a lot of people. And I want to say to the families of those folks, if you never hear me, somebody will pass it along. May God give you strength, and may his angels wrap their wings around your family to keep you strong, to be able to face another day. Try to remember the smiles that your loved one gave you. Try to remember the joy that you had with that person, because my joyous time on here, and a lot of people don't think I don't remember Crystal. I remember Crystal King. I remember the joyous times we had on here, her laughter, the things that we said to each other, and the controversy we got into here on here about. But those are fond memories. Those are memories that I take with me now. I remember. Uh, Lady Nika, I remember her talking about her loss. It hurts. People, it hurts. But yet we'll come up here and say the most despicable things to one another when we do lose a loved one. You know? Faith, yeah, yeah. That's always been a special person in my heart too, because she made me laugh at times when I was really down, when things weren't going right for me. A lot of people don't know when things are being said funny, I can laugh to myself and think about it. She made those imaginary twins, that everybody was teasing us about that, me about that. I laughed at it. Those are fun times. I'm not mad at her for that. The only thing I'm mad at her about is always asking me for child support when the kids are sitting up here drinking me out of house and home right now. they're alcoholic like your mama, like they mama. But no, Faith, yeah, yeah, I do love you, baby. I don't care about your camera slip or anything. Matter of fact, like I said, all women are beautiful, especially the mothers and those that aren't even mothers, because we all, if it hadn't been for women, none of us men would be here today. And none of you women would be here today. That's why I wish you ladies would yeah, it was funny. Yeah. Uh yeah, rest in peace, Crystal K. That was my baby. That was my heart. Uh I just want to say that as a man, as an old man, because I'm not considering myself young anymore. I know I'm old. And there are things that I can't do that I used to do. But I'm not going to be down in the dumps about it either. I'm not going to be bitter with people because I can't do it. But one thing for certain and two things for sure. I'm living life, y'all. Guarantee you. I love life. And to my baby, I know she's probably getting ready to go to sleep tonight. Miguel, I want to tell you, no matter what happens, I'm always going to be by your side. I plan on getting down there visiting her, y'all. So don't be surprised if we come on camera or anything. But I am going to be down. I'm going to go to Texas. I'm going to go to Texas, and not as a YouTube thing, but to show people that hey, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If I care, I'll be there. And even if I can't be there, I'll let you know I care. Jackson 23. You've always said that you would be here. I'm hoping that I'll meet you. At one time, I even wanted to meet Kwani. I'm only like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hour drive from Kwani. Always wanted to meet Kwani. Yeah, like I said, my lifespan, I don't know how long I'm going to be here. I've seen people leave at 80, 90. There was one lady that passed away last week. She was 117. Yeah, now, if I get to be 117 years old, y'all, I just hope I still have my right mind. And I'm able to, be a little mischievous for an old man. My speech may not be the same. I may be slow in what I'm talking about or what I'm going to ask you or say to you, but I still want to enjoy my life. I'm going to enjoy life to the fullest. Uh, Anybody that I might miss when I'm broadcasting or saying things to, I will take note. You drop me a note. I'll mention you next time because, like I said, I love you guys as Jesus loves us. And TC, once again, I give you your props, dear. You keep on doing the work for the people, by the people, and of the people. I've heard what you said. I listen to you at times. Like I say, I be listening to a lot of folks. And when I hear the good things that you do and the good things that you say about helping, it brings joy to my heart. And I really want to thank you for that. And no, people, I'm not kissing butt, because there are other content creators out there that do wonderful things. You know, I want to thank Dee Dee. I haven't seen you in a while. I've seen you that you're, see, that's the conflict right there. This Halloween party is coming up. Dee Dee's throwing one, Lady Nika's throwing one, and some other people might be doing something just for spites. But I tell you what, I'm going to be doing. I got 3 devices, and I'll be there at Lady Nika's. I'll be at Dee Dee's, and if whoever has the other third one, I'll be there. You know, a lot of people do that nowadays. YouTube cameras is another one. Sweetheart, keep doing you. Be yourself. Don't try to change things. I listen to you in the morning, and like I tell people, I'm doing a lot of replays now, also. Or you're highly welcome, TC. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. No matter what goes on between. That's another thing, y'all. No matter what goes on between two people, if you love both of them, you're not going to take sides. You're just going to say they'll work it out, and that's all I'm going to say. They'll work it out. People will work it out. Like, if you don't go back to them, hey, that's it. You know. But I still admire you for the person that you are. Excuse me. Also, Brianna, miss you, darling. You hurry up and get back on the scene, sweetheart. I don't know what's going on. Haven't seen you in a while, except at a couple of places, but you're still beautiful to me too. I don't care what anybody says. Truth Enterprise, girl, 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 girl. What can I say? You make me laugh when you stutter, and I ain't talking about you, but I just got to mention things. Some people on here that make me feel good about myself. Deanna Irvin. Oh yes, Deanna Irvin, my Simone of the YouTube streets. Because let me tell you, I don't think I would want her. I wouldn't want her to sit up there and have an audience, a captive audience in a club, and she'd come up there and talk about you. She'd have me up under my table. I love you, Deanna. You and Josh. Y'all continue with y'all's vacation and stuff and doing well. Duchess Kelly Love, you're back on the scene. I see with the dogs, but you've been an inspiration to me too before. I haven't forgotten you when I first came on YouTube. I haven't forgotten you. Yeah, you're you're talented, highly talented. Fifi TV, I seen you earlier today, darling. That's James's lady I'm talking to. I'm talking about Fifi TV. God bless you. Beautiful lady, beautiful lady. There are some other people I know I'm forgetting, but right now I'm going to make a list. And when I come back up again and start talking about you women, I'm going to give you, all of you ladies, your props. All of them. Even Boss Lady New Jersey. She does her thing now over there on TikTok. I've been keeping up with her. Dobie Milton. Believe it or not, I listened to Just Reading My Thoughts. I mean, thoughts, my book. And y'all know I took that from her. Uh, Pretty Chocolate Girl. I listen to you. You know, there's a lot of people that I listen to. I can't give you enough praises or whatever when you do stuff good. And I'm not going to try to scold you when you do things bad, except let you know that I hope we can all do better. Kim B, good morning, dear. Good morning. Yes, I know I'm rattling. I'm just getting stuff off my brain because I've been listening to some disturbing stuff. As an older, I'm a father too. That's another thing. I got girls, but I want my daughters to be treated like this in real life. No, no way. Even though these women on here are not my daughters, they could be. Some of them could be my daughters. Some of them could be my granddaughters. You see what I'm saying? Some of them could even be my mom's. You know, I can't forget grandma. I call her grandma, but Miss 100, beautiful lady for her age, beautiful. You know, sassy frass. Hey, I remember. I haven't forgotten you, sassy. You know, you gave me the little bar, the little town you had, and all that kind of stuff. We had that together. Talent. I tried it with you, but I still like your music. Just stay out of the women's business so much, talent. That's all. That's all. Uh Kimmy, she's got her list back again. I hope I don't make your list, Kimmy, please. But if I do, don't talk about the tallywhacker because remember back in them days, you had a thing for the tallywhacker stuff. Okay, just having fun with people, and like I said, I enjoy. I'm trying to enjoy my life the best I can, and to do the right thing, and be able to let people know that I do appreciate life. I appreciate them, and to all you content creators out there, think about the content that we put out as Black people from now on. Think about the things we do. When it comes to hurting one another, it's not worth it. The money's not worth it. I refuse to do it. I refuse to talk about your child, your dead relatives, anything else. Let's let's have a little fun because the beefing sector used to be fun. I remember beefing 313 and how he got out here, and I admired that young man. You know, working and he made some controversial videos, but he also enlightened us on a lot of things too. I see he's doing well. Uh, oh, happy birthday, people, and Dr. Soapy to you. You keep on playing your music, doing what you do best. Uh, it's Yesterday was Dr. Soapy's birthday. It's after midnight, so we can. It was his birthday, you guys, and to all the people at birthdays, Lady Nika, you had a beautiful birthday. Uh, Quit, stay off that dance floor, woman. I'm gonna have to come get you. I done told you now. You know how us Jamaican men are about our women dancing on the dance floor. Let me. uh, Yes, I'm gonna be doing some more music, and like I said, I may have to buy into their system of the music playing. I may have to get my own stuff to do it with, but I'm going to continue bringing the music to my people, and hopefully they'll enjoy it just as much as I did enjoying it, doing it when I was younger. Because a lot of the music I play, you guys know, heck, I was in my teens, 20s, and 30s, but. I'm going to try to continue doing that more. And like I said, be more cognizant of people that, yeah, Libras, yeah, it is Libra month. Yeah. Being cognizant of those that have things going on and what we can do to help better ourselves as a race of people. So with that being said, I've been on here long enough. And like I said, you guys, I don't know if she's still on or not because I don't have my other device around me. But pizza. Pizza, pizza, pizza. You guys, like I said, if she's on, go over there to Pizarro's and listen to her if you want. It's crazy over there right now. I wanted to get up there and say something to him, but I said, nah, you know what? I've learned at my old age, when women get to arguing, stay out of it. And that's my advice to you young men out there. And even you middle-aged men out there too. Stay out of women's kerfuffle. Let them handle it. Yeah. And I always remembered I had a woman tell me at one time, yeah, you can talk that shit, but don't forget who's got to cook you dinner. And I thought about that too, long and hard. I said, you know what? Yeah, I'll stay out of it. Good night, you guys. And thank you so much for being up. I will talk with you later. And like I said before, love you as Jesus loves us. And let's have a prosperous, prosperous lifetime of enjoyment. With that being said, good night, everyone.